Welcome to this GiftWorks video. My name is Steve Faithful, and this is the second in a series of videos that were created to help you better understand our GiftWorks online donation service. And I'm going to pick it up a little bit where we left off just in the previous video, and I'm going to sign into my GiftWorks live account. And we're going to look at further at transactions, that is those donations that you've received. I'm going to click on the Manage link next to Online Donations and then come to my Online Donations Management area. We talked about the dashboard last time and options and help. We're going to look at transaction this time in this video, and we're going to look and see when I come to the transactions page, it defaults to showing you transactions that have been received this month and ones that have a status of all. In this case, I don't have any right now, so I'm going to broaden my date range a little bit, just look at all dates, and I'll see a list of transactions that have occurred. You see the donor's name, when it was processed, the download status, that is the status of whether or not it's been downloaded into GiftWorks yet. The transaction status, in this case I have a couple declines and some errors and some accepted transactions, and those are the ones I want to see. I see the dollar amount of the transaction, and I have an edit link over on the right hand side. Once again, like I said, you can filter by the date range, including things like this month, last year, etc., etc. And you can also then filter it by the statuses. So if I just want to look at accepted transactions, then I can do that as well. Over on the right hand side, you can export this list to a CSV file if I simply wanted to export it out, or if I wanted to print this list just to give me a handy printout of this. And we'll look a little bit in another video about how to download that information into GiftWorks. With each transaction too, I can edit it, and actually it's probably a little bit much. You can't edit many details about this. There are some changes that you can make though, but at the top you'll see the transaction details like the amount and when it was processed and the transaction identifier. Also whether it had any restrictions and whether it was a recurring gift or donation. And then I see the GiftWorks download status like I mentioned a moment ago, whether it's new, that is it hasn't been downloaded yet into GiftWorks. And I could change that if for some reason I didn't want to download this transaction into GiftWorks. Perhaps it had been manually entered into GiftWorks and I didn't need to download it again. I could simply mark this transaction as downloaded. Then I see some contact information for the donor and some information like their IP address, the originating IP address, whether or not they subscribe to the mailing list, and so on and so forth. And then I see the payment information, whether it be credit card or e-check. And certain payment types, you're actually able to refund this payment, and I can simply do so by clicking on this link. And then that payment would then be refunded. So I can see the information about the transaction. It's important to know that as you look at these transactions, it's probably good to review these every once in a while to look at declined transactions, especially if you have set up recurring, if donors had set up recurring transactions. Keep in mind in the options area is where you could actually cancel a recurring payment. If someone called you and said they didn't want to give that amount anymore, you go to the options area, simply click on recurring payments, and then cancel a recurring payment that you see here. I'm going to go back to our transactions, look at my all. Also under declined, if I click on edit next to a declined transaction, you can scroll down and you can see some error information. So it might be helpful whether you had an invalid card number, an expired credit card, and so on and so forth. So in the next video, we're going to be beginning to take a look at setting up our donation page. You won't really get any transactions until you set up and begin to use your donation page. And then once you do, you'll see the transactions begin to come into your transaction list, and then you'll be able to download them into GiftWorks. So in the next video, we're going to be looking at the donate page and how to set it up, how to use it, how to configure it, how to host it on your website or use it in Facebook or Twitter to begin using this online donation service to be able to collect donations to then download into GiftWorks. So thanks for watching this video, and I hope you'll tune in for the next one. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.